Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Dell motioning over. Stroud begins with a pass. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll go play action with Stroud. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the handoff, running left, it's Mixon. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, how about that for a statement on your opening drive, Mike? I mean, we knew coming in that they wanted to get this run game going, and man, boy, did they ever.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They look to run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his big tight end, Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing is Purdy. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Purdy going to give this to Guerendo. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
60 Bisons, 79 Broncos.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. Now he'll run. And Purdy going to smartly hit the deck here as he's able to pick up the first down in the process. He'll drop to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Come on, set. Ready.
Here's Purdy. Two minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11.
Here we go. Hut.
Now Purdy. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia. And the Texans are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Nike Texas.
Schultz is the motion man. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And he will score. Tank Dell. Touchdown, Texans. Fairbairn to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out on top, 14-0. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Let's go. 72.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready, ready.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Texans have it. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific pass and catch, but got to finish the play. And on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge, explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. And that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
A gain of 17 yards. 1st down for Houston.
No. All right. Why Tony? Robin. Good.
Here's Stroud. He's got it at about the 8. 17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Whoa. Hey.
Back to throw. Stroud. Crushed. It's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
Let's go.
A run here with Mixon. And he keeps the legs moving, able to get it down inside the 5. 3rd and goal.
All right. Wait.
To throw is Stroud. That is caught by the tight end. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the 1st half. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead. Four seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready.
Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. 19 tight. Ready.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Now, faster.
So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach, Jonathan, all yours. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Hawk 70. Take go.
Purdy on first down.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Play action. Here's Purdy. A throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
70 Ranger, 70 Panther 11, Panther 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Throwing on second down is Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Pioneer. Hut, hut.
On 3rd and 1, here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Set. Dragon 60. Go.
On 4th down, Purdy. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Lightning 18. Ready, ready.
They'll throw again with Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
70 Timberwolf. Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Chap 60. Chap 60. Ready.
Throwing again is Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Isaac Guerrero. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. On the return, it's Damian Pierce. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Robbie. Buggy.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll look deep here for Diggs. And he will dive into the end zone. 75 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Set, go.
On play action, here's Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down here. Whoa.
On the ready. Panther 60. Panther 60. Here we go. Set.
Purdy now. He'll throw on first down. A short one there. Caught by Kittle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Back to the air is Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes.
On the ball now.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hut, hut.
Shotgun snap to and this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
All right.
On first down, they'll start with Mixon. And that's going to get closed up quickly. He'll get only to the 37. 2nd down and 8.
2J. Here we go. Flash. Hey, south. Hey, uno.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Buggy. Look at hot. Good.
Now, Stroud. This one intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
7 Pirates. Go.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
On the set.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
19 Lion. Nineteen tight. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
Hurry.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Panther 11. 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
1st and 10 for Purdy. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Warrior 70. Set, go.
From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
On second down, Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Now we're going to get a timeout, somewhat pointlessly called here with 3 seconds to go in a game that has already been decided. From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
One last shot now for Purdy. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Play action. Now it's Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Ready.
And Purdy, he's going to shift them around into something else. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Purdy looking to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Isaac Guerrero. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Across midfield. He's on his way. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. The throwing here, Purdy. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
93.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Again, it's Johnson. And down inside the 15 he goes. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On play action, now Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw, Purdy. That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go, set. 65 cat, 65 cat. 18, Pioneer, Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Go.
Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. 2nd and 5.
Warriors 70. Trap 60, trap 60. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here's Purdy.
And he comes back with one complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Purdy. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18 Rattler.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Purdy now to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Okay, break.
2nd and 10. We'll see Purdy. He's going to shift him around.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And going deep for Hill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's going to go deep for Conley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
60 Eagles, 60, come 19, come 19, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, right?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Coming left is Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 3rd and 4. McCarr, he wants to change up the look here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
93.
Now Carr. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson from 13 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. The point after, good by Groupie. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
79 Bronco. Let's go. Seven Pirates.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now they'll change things up. Purdy from the gun. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Shotgun now with Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Purdy looking to throw.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
From the 44, Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Purdy going to give it to Garindo, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. Again, it's Garindo. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Go!
Purdy to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing, Purdy. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know...
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here. We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Two teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. And that's not going to be returned. Kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The man who was a prep All-American in nearby Antioch, it's Najee Harris. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Now Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Hey, 0-0-0.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Purdy. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing here, Purdy. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back to throw, Purdy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Touch 50, touch 50. Right.
On the give, it's Warren. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. Right.
To throw is Wilson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Yeah, Wilson going to change things up here. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And now look at him go. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
But we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
Here's Wilson. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Go. Cut.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in this second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit. And
for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This one finds Austin out right. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point put through by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Now Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Purdy, he's going to shift them around into something else. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now they'll shift things around. Purdy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Here we go, here we go. 18, Rattler, 18, ready.
Purdy now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Purdy from the gun. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Purdy. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. The extra point try now for Moody. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Spot that, spot that. Cut. 14, 14. Start.
Here's Wilson to throw. He finds Austin complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
4th down. Here's Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Wilson wants a different look.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam. Cut.
Here's Warren. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Jordan Elliott. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hey, alert!
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Go.
Now they'll audible to something else.
14, got it. Cut.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2nd down and 6 now.
Good job right there. Cut.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
12. Cut. Hey guys, listen. Move the team. Cut.
Now Wilson. Got his man, it's Warren. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go.
Here's Purdy. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
79 Bronco, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Here's Purdy to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
19 Lion.
Purdy with one final shot here. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh.